What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. I also have two articles that I do want to show you guys that shows that charts suggesting the selling in Bitcoin and Ethereum may be over soon, says Jim Cramer. And then the last article is also showing that surprised by Monday's market recovery, whenever the Dow and the S&P 500 fall below this key support level, stocks typically come roaring back, which is true. And I do want to show you guys this as it is pretty incredible to see what exactly happened yesterday. You guys can clearly see here, we were actually following this, and as I was making yesterday's afternoon's video in the morning, the markets did open up at 9:30 a.m. and we saw an immediate drop, and I mean a massive drop, and I was getting so worried and so like upset and just mute to what exactly was going on, because we've seen major drops in the past year, but the major one that we had yesterday, I was just like, it is what it is, it's over with. I guess we're just going to keep dumping lower and I'll just keep buying it at the bottom here. We saw this massive reversal here. For the most part, you can see the size of the drop originally back here was about a 4.3% drop, probably the biggest it's had in months in regards to even swings to the upside or to the downside here. And we just continue to see prices dip lower and lower and lower. And this obviously, as we know, because the S&P 500 is almost immediately correlated right now with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, the markets also started to see major swings to the downside as well. So when the S&P 500 opened up, we saw the same exact thing happen to Bitcoin and these other altcoins. Major dumps to the downside. Prices were just catapulting to the downside. It was actually incredible to see the major reversals and swings down. You can see the major dumpage that we were having on pretty much every crypto, including XRP as well, seeing major swings to the downside here. And it was unfortunate. We were like, okay, we're just going to continue to dump lower and lower and lower. And then by some fluke, closer to like 2 or 3 o'clock, we started to see prices reverse upwards. And I was like, what is going on here? And last we closed at 4 p.m. yesterday above not only our support level that we've drawn in, which is insane, but we also saw this major flip in price and actually closed above where we opened, seeing a major 4% swing to the downside and then over a 4% jump all the way back to the upside here as we are starting to retest oversold and swinging back above here. So pretty insane. We do have to talk more about this and how it is affecting cryptocurrencies, as well as those two articles in regards to what exactly could be happening with the price. Did we find the bottom? I'm not too sure, but I do want to talk more about that. Otherwise, guys, I do want to talk more about Choice for bringing us today's video. You can see your choice to earn more. Choice is a MetaFi, CeFi, DeFi ecosystem based on Cryptarium, CeFi Solutions, and Charism DeFi protocol that reinvests how protocols operate with CeFi, reduces commissions of up to 50 times, and unlocks cross-chain high yield to 100 million CeFi users. It's actually a very well-built exchange as well as website. Here you can see over 650 registered users, tons of transaction volume. They offer a lot of stuff, I'm going to be honest with you, but Cryptarium actually just opened or started to create their new project called Choice, and they are doing token sales and stuff like that very soon. So more information about Choice, and I do recommend you guys check it out, will be at the end of today's video, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, guys, I have linked them down in the description if you want to check them out earlier. And with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So first things first, I do want to talk about this article here posted by MarketWatch here. You can see, surprised by Monday's market recovery, whenever the Dow and the S&P 500 fall below this key support level, stocks typically come roaring back. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk about the S&P 500 in the beginning of today's video. Then we'll go into XRP, Bitcoin, and stuff like that. Now, as you guys can see, the US market breached its 200-day moving average last week, and true to form, quickly reversed course and rallied, which is pretty incredible to ask me. So I actually pulled up a 200-day moving average on the S&P 500, and I want to show you guys that specifically. But you can see breaking the 200-day moving average is not the kiss of death for the US stocks, which might explain why the Dow Jones Industrial Average actually recovered, and both the S&P 500 recovered 0.28% for around that. Breached their respective 200-day moving averages, considered by many stock market technicians to indicate major market trends has turned down. Now, historical records does not support this bearish interpretation, and the U.S. stock market historically has not performed more poorly after dropping below the 200-day moving average than it does at any other time. And to show you this, it says, I analyzed the S&P 500. I focused in particular on all days when the index dropped below 200-day moving averages. As you can see from the table below, the S&P 500 average return in the wake of such days was slightly better than all other days. So the 200-day after it has dumped tends to do better after it. You can see it actually performs better than all the other days when we're trading above it, which is quite interesting. Now, there's more information that goes on about here comparing the past 30 years in regards to that. And you can see the 200-day moving average is in red here, and then you can see the S&P 500. Notice how the S&P 500 at some points does come below and dip below the 200-day moving average, but it's quite temporary, and it's for a very short period of time here. It does it back in 2015 here, and then immediately after dipping below, we tend to break right back up. So what I've been managing to do is, since breaking through the S&P 500, I have been dollar cost averaging money into my mutual funds and into the stocks, because I do believe that this is a short-term recovery. Notice we tend to spend more time above the 200-day moving average than we do below, and these do typically tend to be pretty good buying opportunities. So you can see this was COVID here, and this was the 2018 tariff sell-off stuff with China. But you could see the short-term the short-term dip that was below the S&P 500 showed very good signs, or below the 200-day moving average was a very good sign to buy in, expecting leverage to the upside. Same thing here with COVID. During March, it was an incredible time, and I was throwing tons of money into mutual funds to actually capitalize off this dip here. And here we are again starting to dip below it. Now, I don't think we're going to see a major effect as we did back here in 2019, 2020 because of because of COVID. I don't think that's going to happen again. We don't have enough, steam and fear to swing us that low, but we could go a little bit lower, and I do plan on buying into that. Now, swinging even forward here, you can see this new article suggests that the selling in Bitcoin and Ethereum may be over soon. Basically talking about how the markets have already seen major 50% dumps in the past here, and it could actually show signs that we have hit the bottom. We can see the previous corrections tend to be about the same percentage down. Now, I'm not going to go too much more into this because I did take up a lot of time talking about these articles, but you can see for the most part, the S&P 500 specifically only dropped about 10%. We actually managed to fall 12% exactly, and then recovered all the way up to 8% here. So I have bought in actually the past couple of days here around this level here, and we did fall lower. And if we continue to do so, then I will continue to buy in. Hopefully this is it. And I said this yesterday, that this hopefully is the bottom and we don't actually breach all the way down to here. It would be unfortunate that we see a major reversal swinging us all the way back down to these moving averages, but it is possible. Likely, it is unlikely, but it is possible, and that's really what I'm trying to say to you guys. But hopefully we can stay above the critical support level that we've drawn in the past here, that it holds above this support here that we're currently actually doing right now, which is incredible. We're oversold, which is another reason why hopefully we'll stay above here, as it is a very strong support. We'll see how today opens up. Hopefully it's a small recovery and we can get out of this. But all I know is the rest of 2022 has very significant, things coming, political campaigns and political research and policies that they are going to be enforcing, and that ultimately should be affecting the markets negatively. But I don't know. We'll see. Now, how has this affected other cryptocurrencies? You can see because of the movement with the S&P 500, all these other cryptocurrencies have managed to regain stability above major support levels that we found here. XRP, for one, is a big one. Yesterday, we were actually seeing prices dip us below our previous support that we've drawn in. Not only were we oversold, but we are below our moving averages quite a bit. And you can see we are holding above this support fairly well, and I honestly think we're probably just going to consolidate out here. This is the ideal scenario here, hoping that the S&P 500 lets it. But you can see we are in a major falling wedge pattern that we have drawn in here, and we are holding above a very critical strong support, which you can see is clearly outlined on the weekly here. We've drawn it in yesterday in the thumbnail that I showed you guys, but this is a big one. 1, 2, 3, and here's the fourth here, that in the past, tending to try to break through it, we got rejected twice trying to break through it. And then you can see back here, when we had our major dump back in, I believe it was July, we saw a major reversal and swing back to the upside here. This dump was much bigger actually than what we're currently experiencing now, which isn't bad. It actually it took a little longer now than we did in the past. It was much quicker in the past here. So who knows where we're headed though, but this is an extremely aggressive and strong support level that hopefully we can stay above. As you can see, it pretty much cuts right through here, and hopefully that we can stay above this and float back up. But we'll see how the rest of the market tends to influence these prices here. But all in all, I've been buying in on most of these cryptocurrencies. We still have shorts opened up on XRP and Bitcoin here, so I do believe hopefully we can hold above this, and if we do head up and we hit our stop loss, we can at least lock in profit from the original short position that we've had and from the original resistance that we've had here, and continue to make profits off these movements here. Ethereum we haven't bought into yet. Ethereum is still finding some sort of support though, which is interesting. Kind of see how it cuts right through the middle here, and if I draw on the weekly, you might actually be able to see it a little better here. it's not that great actually compared to the other crypto or Bitcoin specifically, but it doesn't look too bad. Was that actually retesting its support? That might be something. Yeah, it actually fell low enough to retest its moving average and is being withheld from that, so that's good too. It's crazy. A lot of these markets are extremely exhausted, and I'd like to think that these are the lowest points we'll go to, but who knows what's to come within these cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, I've drawn out a previous support as well, which hopefully it doesn't break through. Everything is oversold. Hopefully it's consolidation left, but we'll see what exactly happens. Regardless, we have to prepare for the worst, expecting markets to dip lower. Hopefully that doesn't happen. S&P 500 hit a recovery point. We did see a major swing back to the upside. Hopefully this lasts and continues to allow us to swing. Maybe this is enough of a fear drop, 10%, that says, okay, guys, time is up, and here we are starting to trend back to the upside here. Also, to reference, this blue band I've drawn in, this light blue band, is the 200-day moving average here, and you can see it's drawn right there. But if I scroll back in the past, we're going back years. Typically, we don't trend below it. Typically, prices for the most part are always above the 200-day moving average. Sometimes we come back down in the past here. Sometimes we come back down to retest it. You can see right here where we did on numerous occasions. We retested it here, we retested it here, and we tend to stay above it. And then you can see there are at times where we do actually break below it, but it's only short term. It's only a small window compared to how often we are above it. So pretty much every time we dip below the 200-day moving average, which doesn't happen that often, they are considered good buying opportunities because it's pretty much showing the lowest point in the prices here, and we tend to flip back to the upside. So even if we do head lower, which is still a possibility, these are good buying opportunities when we are below the 200-day moving average. And it's only short term and temporary. I'd say for every time we are below the 200-day moving average, we have about a year to 2 years of bullish momentum swinging us above it. So otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I do want to talk more about choice.com with you. I want to give a huge shout out to choice.com for sponsoring today's episode. As with all crypto projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, Cryptarium, the crypto banking app with over 650,000 active customers and a turnover of more than 250 million in 2021, is building choice.com. Now, choice.com is the world's first crypto service to combine all the benefits of CeFi and DeFi into one system. Now, Cryptarium has coined the term MetaFi to represent its latest innovation that brings and simplifies DeFi to over 100 million crypto users worldwide. And the Choice.com platform is their solution for all the crypto space issues, as well as possibilities within the ecosystem. Now, the platform is envisioned to enable crypto newbies ease of use, and at the same time offer crypto veterans the ability to utilize every crypto mechanism they wish to use, whilst never being forced to use anything else other than Choice.com. Now, upon landing on the platform, users will be able to create a non-custodial wallet in less than 30 seconds, and this project will provide users with access to an immense amount of possibilities, such as accessing DEX aggregator, fiat on and off ramps, an NFT marketplace, the transaction builder, DeFi launchpad, cross-chain bridges, yield farming, ease of staking, and so much more. Now, guys, by using the Choice.com platform, users can expect hassle-free access to DeFi assets, saving up to 50x on transaction costs, high-yield DeFi instruments at a click of a button, seamless transition between CeFi and DeFi wallets, as well as exposure to DeFi exclusive class of assets. Now, guys, users will be able to trade a wide variety of cryptocurrencies at the launch of the platform, and Choice.com offers centralized services like buying crypto with a bank card, spending digital assets via Cryptarium Visa card, exchanging, and even cashing out cryptocurrencies with the best rates. Now, there is another unique aspect to the Choice.com platform, which is their proprietary AI price prediction algorithm. Now, this algorithm will provide traders with insight on how the market price of an asset might behave in the future, and this will allow traders to make more informed decisions on their trading actions. And the algorithm works by going through 3 unique data collections or processing actions before providing users with a final prediction. So guys, by going on the website, you can join the waitlist and fill in the form to reserve a place to be the first to buy CHO tokens. And the total supply of the CHO will be 1 billion tokens, and initially on the ERC20 blockchain. And guys, the Choice ecosystem will be governed by DAO, which operates based on the CHO token. Now, with the CHO tokens, community members can participate in a decentralized community enabling governance process and decide which ecosystem project should be funded or which Charism protocol parameter should be changed. Now, the CHO token will offer staking, which will allow you to supercharge your voting privileges in Charism DAO, as well as get access to their Charism loyalty program. You'll also get your DeFi services integrated into the ecosystem, and Charism members get to nominate themselves for positions in the ecosystem. So guys, the Choice.com is yours, and for more information, or if you want to join their waitlist, definitely make sure to check out the links in the description where you can find more information on their project. Otherwise, huge shout out to Choice.com Nano.com for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.